Jason Hargrove, a 50-year-old bus driver from Detroit, Michigan, died from coronavirus because some person want to get on the bus and just cough multiple times and then want to cover her mouth.
Hey, look, listen, man, let me tell you something. This coronavirus is for real. And we out here as public workers doing our job, trying to make an honest living to take care of our families. But for you to get on the bus and stand on the bus and cough several times without covering up your mouth, and you know that we in the middle of a pandemic, that lets me know that some folks don't care, utterly don't give a excuse my language, but that's how I feel right about now. For a grown person in her late 50s, early 60s to stand on the bus and cough 4 and 5 times without covering up your mouth, and you know we in the midst of a crisis with this coronavirus, I am pissed the off. I ain't blaming nobody. I ain't blaming nobody but the woman that did that. I ain't putting the fault on nobody else. For us to get through this and get over this, man, y'all need to take this serious. It's folks dying from this. Listen, it's folks dying out here.
But if you haven't seen Jason Hargrove's post on social media and Facebook, everybody in Detroit and everybody in America should watch it because he was infected before we closed the front doors. And he tells the story of a passenger getting on the bus and coughing on him. And some of his language is graphic, but I don't know how you can watch it and not tear up. He knew his life was being put in jeopardy, even though he was going to work for the citizens of Detroit every day, by somebody who just didn't care, somebody who didn't take this seriously, and now he's gone.
He died on Wednesday. I don't excuse my language. Fuck that bitch. And I don't wish evil on nobody, because this is not in my soul. But her, I hope she got it now, if she ain't dead already. And I mean that for real. Because to me, that's just some foul ass shit to do. And I'm not like I don't even care. I might be stuttering all over what I'm saying, but I'm speaking the truth. That was just foul. You literally just going to get on the bus and just cough all willy-nilly. You is like you in your mid-50s, close to your 60s, and you know the rule. You know how this virus is going down. You know that they are saying older people are more likely to catch it, even though young people are getting it. A young man just passed away who is 30 years old, even though we can catch it. But it's more likely for you to have it and die from, and you just gonna get on a bus and just cough like that? Are you fucking serious? You are disgusting for that. How many other people can you possibly infected by just doing some shit like that? Like even if you were as alive today right now, do you even know that you caused the death of another person? Do you even know that? Or would you even care? That's a real question I want to know. Do you even care?
You know, we talk a lot about medical workers as being on the front lines, but you know, bus drivers, delivery people, people who are working jobs still that they interact with people every day, custodial folks who are helping keep things clean. I mean, these are the people who are also on the front lines just as much as the medical personnel in a pandemic like this. What do you want people to know about what bus drivers are facing?
Well, what I would say then, thank you, Mr. Anderson, for this opportunity. That Brother Jason, transit workers all over the United States and Canada, my ATU brothers all over, we're hearing this all over. I would submit to you that we see more sick people than any doctor, that we are the first responders before the first responders, because we pick up the sick, taking them to the hospitals. We pick up the grocery workers, but we're never in that conversation. And it's a shame that it comes to this. It's beyond shameful that it comes to this before we can get some real help and some attention to this problem, because transit lives matter also.
And you're right, transit lives do matter. And that's why I said from the jump that all transportation, public transportation should have stopped. I mean, like he said, they see the most nastiest stuff of all. They see the most nastiest people, dirtiest people. The bus is not always completely clean. He also said they had a force to pretty much make a work stoppage just for them to clean the buses for a day. What is that saying? I remember when I was younger, riding a bus, I saw bed bugs on the seat. Like it was the point that they literally told us to not sit down in that seat. This is how nasty public transportation is. This is disgusting. And I know these buses be overcrowded, overpacked. I know you're gonna say, well, it's not as much people around the bus. Bull crap. It's a lot of people still around the bus, and these buses still be packed and crowded. So just imagine that. The bus being overpopulated, overcrowded. What's up with the social distance that now? There is none, because we on top of each other. That's not right. Like I did heard this one other thing in my city, that some buses just literally pass passengers on the sidewalk if they feel they got too many people on their bus. I agree with drivers for doing that, but they probably get in trouble when they get back to their office. So that's still messed up, because they probably don't get reprimanded or get fired. That's crazy. This is messed up. A man lost his life because somebody just want to be dumb. God rest your soul. James Hargrove. Shadow Watch. I'm always watching.